And welcome back, everybody, to RBG Gold Rush. We have an excellent run of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. And Ryan, take it away.
Alright, sorry about the wait, I was just trying to get the chat up real quick. Yeah, so I'm Ryan Ford. I'll be running Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. This category is a mouthful to say, but it's any percent, no wrong warp, and no out of bounds. Or no move for short, as our community says. So I'll be ready to start the timer. I'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and so as I said, no wrong warp and no out of bounds. So what that means is we can't use there's a pretty known glitch called the doghouse warp, which you can enter the backside of this doghouse in the village that's slightly to the left after I exit this house. And it brings you to this glitched world, which actually can allow you to beat the game in like 2 minutes. So that's not allowed in this category. And for out of bounds, you're not able to go more than 3 pixels outside of a solid tile. So that is kind of complicated, but I'll be showing some stuff like clipping into walls, which will be like 3 pixels or less, so it's not counted as out of bounds. Because Link can actually clip 3 pixels through like walls and trees and stuff, or up to 3 pixels. So anyways, I just grabbed the sword early by walking along the shoreline and holding Link's shield out. You can actually pick up objects a little bit sooner if he's holding it out in front of him. And so here I'm going to be doing a Rupee Duplication. So whenever I kill enemies and a rupee drops onto Link, if it touches Link and his shield on the same frame, he'll collect it twice. So, okay, I got it like 2 out of 4 times there. The goal here is to get 10 rupees, because we need to buy bombs and also to play the trendy game to get magic powder early, rather than playing through the side quest to get the magic powder. So yeah, unfortunately, when I went through the whole beach, I got 6 rupees because I missed 2 dupes. Ideally, you want to try and get out of the beach with like as close as you can to 10 rupees. So here I'm stealing. Don't do this in real life, by the way. Oh, and I forgot to mention eye sensitivity warning here. My mistake. I wish I said that a little bit sooner. Because yeah, when you re-enter after stealing, you automatically die. And so here, the reason I saved and quit after purchasing these bombs. So, if you buffer your save and quit menu, the frame after you confirm buying something, then it'll be placed in your inventory, but you won't actually spend the rupees. So I was able to buy bombs for, well, quote-unquote buy bombs twice, doing that, instead of farming more rupees. So now, because of that, I have enough rupees to play the trendy game here. Which, yeah, I'll be just grabbing the magic powder. There's a ton of skips in this game, so we don't need that Yoshi doll for the trade sequence. Actually, I think in every category except glitchless, we don't need it. And so there you go, got the magic powder. So now I'm going to enter Madame Meow Meow's house, beside the doghouse. So the reason for this is to set up a save point. So whenever you save and quit, or if you die, then you will end up in the last spot where you change submaps. And you may have seen me drop a bomb there. I was trying to do what's called a bomb trigger, which so there's a really glitchy thing on the 1.0 version of this game, where if you manage to get 2 bombs on the same screen at the same time, which normally you're not able to, then you can skip cutscenes or trigger cutscenes even. Like this one, I actually have to bomb trigger. So it played the cutscene where you're supposed to change Terran back to normal by or normally you use the magic powder on him to change him back, but It's faster to just bomb trigger, even though I do have the powder right now. Because it comes with like a kind of long cutscene if you do it the normal way. So now I'm actually kind of clipped into the wall, just in case that Octorok was moving right or left. Can actually like walk past him, just barely if you're clipped. If he moves up though, then you'll get hit. So it's like a 25% chance it'll not work. So putting the key into the side there because it's a little bit faster. And now we're in Dungeon 1, Tail Cave. So I did a menu there because usually text comes up when you enter a dungeon telling you that which dungeon you're in. But if you open up your menu, it actually skips that text. So it's a convenient time to do any menu that you need. And also with that, with menuing, so you probably have seen that I have the freedom of putting items on either the A or B button, and also the inventory slots are like the items are like in different spots every time that I'm doing menus. Menu routing is actually pretty important for saving time at top level, though I honestly haven't really practiced my menu routing, so I'm just gonna probably like free flow with it. As long as I don't miss menu, it should be fine anyway. And we'll try to not get hit here. So yeah, I grabbed the Rock's Feather, which is probably the most broken item for this category. So not only do you move a little bit faster if you're jumping diagonally versus walking diagonally, but I'm gonna do a trick called a super jump right there. So any walls that have ledges, which conveniently almost like most walls in dungeons have ledges up top of them. So if you manage to find a way to clip into the wall and also jump, but also face the direction away from the wall, then Link will jump off of the wall in midair, hence doing a super jump. So I skipped over that key block to get the Nightmare Key early, rather than needing to collect a whole nother key. So Moldworm, first boss, but unironically the hardest boss, even though I made quick work of him. He moves in like random ways, like every which way, and like it's pretty easy to get knocked off into pits and stuff. So yeah, I managed to not have trouble there, fortunately. I was a little bit concerned because I don't know, you can just waste a lot of time if you mess up or if he like hugs the walls too much and stuff like that. So first instrument down. Gonna have a lot of text with the owls, so if there's any donations, you can go ahead.
I will go ahead and shout out the charity that we are raising money for, RAD, Rise Above the Disorder, providing help for people to get mental health help, lowering the two biggest obstacles, which is access and affordability to mental health care. And you can give to that by typing ! Donate in chat. Also, as a reminder, any bits or subs given out over the course of this charity stream will be given to the charity as well after the taxes are taken out of them. So if you do have that Twitch, if you have that Twitch Prime, you can make Amazon give to charity.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a worthy cause, so y'all should get it in. Yeah, there wasn't really like much to mention over there. I guess when talking to the two kids, in version 1.0, if you press B, it skips like all the text from the kids. Otherwise, they give you like over a dozen text boxes, like stuttering, basically. So, yeah. Aside from that, there was like really not much. Just movement to get to Moblin Cave. So King Moblin has 8 health. So spin slashes do 2 damage and regular slashes do 1. So just try to kill him in 2 cycles with like either 5 and 3 or 4 and 4, something like that. So I've got Bow Wow. He's a good boy, but also a pretty big menace when you're trying to PB sometimes. So first of all, he's RNG, so I have to wait for him to eat one of the flowers. That was pretty fast, even though he didn't eat the center one. But he's a good boy there. So yeah, the one required powder use in the run. Pretty much don't need it for anything else. Otherwise, we would probably just not get the powder entirely if it wasn't for that room. And yeah, so arrow routing is pretty tight because for the final boss, he takes like 16 arrows to kill, so we need to have at least that many if we want to beat the game. And magic powder could come in play if I make a mistake on the first phase of the final boss, but ideally that won't happen. So yeah, just movement and jumping. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, since I stole the bow, after fake buying the bombs, since the bow costs like 980 rupees, you're not expected to get it this early in the run. So I think you're technically expected to have it around like Dungeon 5, so it demolishes like enemies that can get hurt by it. Like killing most mini-bosses in 2 hits. And there I did a ghost skip, so I pushed the ghosts off screen with my arrows. Normally you're supposed to just use 1 arrow, but the previous room, I got hit in the previous room, so it kind of messed up the setup. And now this room got the Nightmare Key room. If you have played this game casually, you would know that you have to kill these enemies in a specific order. One of the stone owl hints tells you. Which, yeah, you have to kill the Pole's Voice, which is the rabbit, then the Keese, the bat, and then the Stalfos third. So, if you kill them out of order, then you have to go into the stairs to reset the room. Which, sometimes in runs it can be tough to navigate, because sometimes the Stalfos can, like, walk in your way when you're trying to kill the Pole's Voice or something. So they're, normally you're supposed to pick up the pot on the bottom, and, that lets you, weigh down the platform. But, as long as you're holding something, so I just use the bomb, then you can, weigh down the platform, like that. So now the genie, my health is sorta low, so I do have to be careful. So pretty much just gotta dodge his 8 fireballs, and then gonna be doing a pretty glitchy trick. I'm gonna clip into this wall, which, if you clip into the wall and throw the pot to the left, then, it instantly breaks it. And then there I hit him with, a regular bomb and a bomb arrow, which is, pretty much combo killed him. It takes, 2 bombs to kill. So instead of going through 3 cycles of the genie going back into his pot and then dodging the fireballs, and then picking him up and throwing him, like, 3 times in a row, you can skip 2 cycles. Yeah, that's the second instrument down. Just trying to think of where where I need to go. I kind of have 100% muscle memory, so needed to remember. So yeah, skipped over the heart piece of Shane there. Community sometimes does meme you if you get that heart piece. Loses a small amount of time, though. Alright, so now I'm going to be kind of routing my kill count, because inside Dungeon 3, I'm going to try to get a piece of power to speed up the dungeon a little bit. So a piece of power drops, if you get... Okay, that's it. Yeah, if you get 30 kills, without save and quitting or dying. And then also, Guardian Acorns drop if you get, I think it's 12 kills without getting hit. But more on that later. I'm going to be doing a Villa Skip, so this is actually not out of bounds. But I also do need to listen for an audio cue too. So you can pause buffer on pits, and if you pause on the same frame that Link is supposed to fall into a pit or drown in water or anything like that, then he won't fall into the pit. And additionally, it will push him downwards a few pixels, so there is a solid tile to stand on. Oh, where am I going? Tile to stand on down there. So you can get into the villa. And there I zipped out of the villa, so that's also not out of bounds, because basically I transitioned, both times I transitioned on a screen, onto a screen where there was bushes in the way that Link couldn't stand on, so it continuously pushes Link downwards until there's a tile available that he can stand on. So that's how he got into the villa, part of how he got into the villa and how he got out of it to get the slime key. So throw in the pot. Oh no, missing all the bomb lights. So yeah, if your health is low, those guys are pretty dangerous because they move around like kind of random when you hit them. And they do 1 whole heart of damage per hit too. So yeah, when I mentioned about the piece of power and Guardian Acorn drops, additionally, if a Guardian Acorn drops, it doesn't count towards your piece of power. Oh, I have so many kills with that. Oh, I just realized Okay, I see what happened. That's so funny. I wasn't supposed to beat Dungeon 2 yet. Normally in this category, we break it up into 2 sections. So, after beating Dungeon 8, you usually come back and finish Dungeon 2. But I actually just completed the dungeon instead. No big deal. That means that I just won't go back after I beat Dungeon 8. I'm gonna try something called the French press, which I do gotta focus a little. Alright, cool. Yeah, so there I did a super jump and then bumped off of the that skeleton enemy and a skeleton enemy, and it pushed me up onto the platform above. It does save using 1 bomb because you normally need to blow up a cracked wall and dash and jump across the gap. It saves a very small amount of time, but it does save a bomb too, which bomb routing is pretty tight. Alright, so Slime Eye, yeah, so just want to hit them 4 times, separate them, bonk this wall after they jump into the air, so that you can quick kill them. Because of the piece of power, I'm doing like a lot of extra damage. Cause, yeah, you do double damage with piece of power, and your movement speed is... Oh crap, I think it's... I think it's 1.5 times faster. So yeah, you walk faster, or I think it's 25% faster, sorry. So yeah, you walk faster and you have more damage output. But once you leave, like changing submaps, so like leaving a dungeon or something, then it ends. Or if you get hit 3 times, it also ends it too. Alright, and now... what am I doing here? Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be making my way to the animal village. So first off, I'm going to... Oh, right, I have 6 hearts instead of 5 now because of... because of beating Dungeon 2 already. So I am going to take an intentional death, though. At some point. Gonna be doing a trick called Walrus Skip. So, as you can see, I don't have Marin with me. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so doing a bomb trigger to wake up this walrus, but what's weird about this one is that the cutscene normally will try to play after Marin sings her song, like to the walrus. But since I don't have her, then you would get stuck in place if you try to. You would get stuck in place if you stayed on that screen. So you have to leave that screen on the same frame that it's trying to play the cutscene. And then when you walk back, you'll have skipped the cutscene, but it also locks your buttons. So I can't use A, B, start, and select. So to fix that, we either need to take a death or change submaps. So here I just hugged the cactus for a while and died to fix that. Some other categories, sometimes you go to like the cave up above to fix that issue, but for this one, because I'm about to grab the angler key, then it's faster to save and quit again because on your way back out of the desert, the owl would talk to you. So it's worth it to. Yeah, it's worth it to grab it here. So 2 arrows into that pit gives you a key. Don't ask me why. There's definitely not a mini boss in there or anything. All right, and on our way to Armas Maze. So I'm gonna be trying to bump the Armlesses out of the way with my shield, and also if Bow Wow happens to eat any of them, then they always drop an arrow. So I'm gonna try to pick up the arrows, since again about arrow routing being pretty tight. Even though there are some safety strats if I'm low on arrows later. And then the actual fight with the Armas Knight here. Alright, cool. I was listening to the music for audio cue for when to start attacking, so that's why I was quiet for a bit. But in addition to that, when he stomped the ground, while I was dashing with my boots, that causes like this infinite boots glitch, so that's why Link was running in place with his sword out. Because normally when you hit him with normal sword swings, it won't do damage. Unless if you have, I think if you have Red Tunic. I'm not sure if level 2 sword lets you also bypass the armor. But, yeah, you have to, like, dash with your boots if you want to, actually do damage. Sorry, many mistakes. Okay. Oh, wow. Give me that fairy. So here I'm going to be doing a Jesus jump. So, the same thing I talked about for Villa Skip, about, landing on, landing on, this time, water on the same frame that you're supposed to drown, pushes you down a bit, so, or it makes you stand on it for a frame, and so, you can also transition screens, while doing that. Here, I, manipulated Bow Wow to eat the cutscene when I put the key in, instead of watching the dungeon open up. So, to ate the cutscene, it dropped a heart for some reason, too. But, it allows you to move, like, when that cutscene's supposed to play. And then, the dungeon will be visible, like, once you transition screens. So, it does save a small amount of time over just watching it. So here, you just hold up and left and get through this room. And normally my health is usually pretty low here, so this is actually kind of comfy. I think the only concern is that my bombs are kind of low. I think it should work out though. So I bomb triggered that door. Just to make the tiles start flying sooner. And yeah, I'm gonna try to dodge however many I can. Then I drop the bomb to get rid of that last tile sooner. I drop a bomb here, and I'm gonna hit this Wizrobe up top to knock him towards the bomb, so you can just kill them all with one bomb. And now we're gonna be doing this dungeon kind of backwards, because you can super jump over walls. So, super jumping over this wall lets you get the nightmare key really early. So it skips like whole mini boss and like various other stuff. And I did what's called a shack jump there, so I jumped against the wall in the corner, so the key block for this example. I was able to jump slightly over the wall. And then that second super jump I did right after the shack jump, I, oh, whoops, what am I doing? Forgot the boots! The second one, if you do the super jump too high, you can actually soft block by getting stuck inside the wall above you, so There's like a 3-pixel window. Oh, these horse heads were first try. I'm lucky. Alright, so make sure to grab these bombs in this category. It's very important. Oh! I missed the shack jump there. Alright, shack jump again to get over that key block. You could also do a trick, what's called a flop clip, which I forgot to mention it. What I did before getting into Dungeon 2 with Bow Wow. If you walk into... Oh, I did it in Dungeon 3 as well. If you walk into a key block or a rock when you don't have the strength to pick it up, then, oh no. This is bad. Then, yeah, it pushes Link to whatever direction you're holding a little bit, so you can, like, look inside walls because of it. So, yeah, if you saw, I got 2 free hits on Facade here. At the start before his text came up, because for some reason his hitbox is open while he's before he appears. Normally you can get 3 hits, but my third input just dropped entirely, so I thought that I would miss the hit if I thought I'd be too late to get the hit if I tried to do it still afterwards. But it's fine. Recovered pretty well off of that mistake though. Oh, and so the reason that we went to Dungeon 6 instead of, like, you know, Dungeon 4 and 5, like, in sequential order, is that, so when you get the level 2 bracelet, then for some reason that skips the flag for the ghost to appear and to do that side quest with him. And, normally the ghost, prevents you from entering dungeons. So, that's why I go to Dungeon 6 before Dungeon 4. He appears after you beat Dungeon 4, so that's why we do 6 first. So I'm doing a series of Jesus jumps, since I don't have the flippers yet, to, get across this area instead of going all the way back and around. So, ideally, you would try to get through that in, like, 4 to 5, buffers. Because, if you get a frame-perfect pause, then you can just jump immediately after, but, you know, you'd have to time it frame-perfect. So, every extra pause you need to do to buffer costs you about 2 seconds per pause. And, so yeah, when you pause buffer, using your menu, regular menu or save quit menu to pause, advances the game by 1 frame. Alright, I'm gonna try a spike trick here. Alright, cool. The French bonks. Or le bonks. It saves only like 0.2 seconds compared to the alternate routing though. Or the new routing. But it's swag. And here I'm gonna go up to this cave and then leave because, wait, why am I going up to this cave? Oh, I'm going to this cave and then leaving because I want to set up my save and quit point before I put the angler key into the keyhole, rather than backtracking all the way to that cave. And yeah, I know I was talking about like 2 or 3 different things at once, so I was like just rambling like, too much. Yeah, so pause buffers. Yeah, when you use your equip menu or save and quit menu, it advances the game 1 frame at a time, and you can keep buffering like subsequent pauses, or yeah, subsequent pause buffers. And if you use your map for buffers instead, then it advances the game 4 frames at a time. So sometimes map buffers do come in handy. I don't remember if you use like. I don't really use many in this category though. 100% it definitely comes up a few times. Alright, so Dungeon 4. Gotta remember to grab the bombs over here in this category. Yeah, these are worth 10 bombs, so definitely gotta keep that bomb count up. So, I'm gonna skip a lot of sections in this dungeon. You know, the usual. I'm gonna... Oh, whoops. So jump across this gap to try to do a kind of new trick here. So if I again do kind of like the buffer onto the water, then you can actually stand like inside the block and push the other block instead of blowing it up. So it saves one bomb. The fast strat is to use a bomb arrow. So it saves one bomb and one arrow because of that. Because I had to do one extra pause buffer, I did lose 1 second over the other strat. If you get it like a frame perfect buffer, it saves 1 second and also a bomb and an arrow. So here's a flipper. What am I doing here? So yeah, now that flipper lets me be able to swim into the water. So now I'm gonna do a trick called P-Hat Clink to get the Nightmare Key early. There's a more advanced strat that saves, I think, like, I don't know, somewhere between like 1 and 3 seconds, I think. But that setup is easier, so I just usually do it in once. So this unintended jump over here, you can just skip that whole section. Nothing fancy.
So I've got to ask, have you played this Switch remake?
No, I haven't. I was actually gonna ask you that before we started the stream, and I forgot.
I'd be really curious to find out if any of these skips still work in the remake.
Some of them do, but not this. Super jumping definitely is not a thing, and bomb triggers as well. But for example, that jump, the unintended jump I was talking about, they in the Switch remake they actually tried to fix it by putting a pot in the way, but you can just break the pot and then jump across anyway. So it's pretty funny. I think they also do keep Bow Wow for the whole run in a lot of the categories. So I have watched a couple speedruns of it, of the remake, but I haven't played it at all myself. Just because I don't have the Switch. That's the main reason.
I think I watched a run of it at one of the GDQs a little while back.
Nice, and also what's his name? So there's a member of the community who runs both games, TGH. I definitely recommend looking him up for running both, actually all 3 games, even the colorless version. He has world record in this game, and then in a Switch remake, I think he might have world record in maybe like 2 categories. Could be wrong though. But yeah, so here's Dungeon 5. This first part is RNG. I want the Helmasaur to move to the right, and he did. It's only a 25% chance. Got pretty lucky. And so yeah, this is my favorite dungeon in this category. When I first learned to speedrun this game, I learned 100%, 100% no wrong work, no out of bounds. And there's a trick that is like a pretty huge run killer in that category. So it's like vastly different compared to this category. So yeah, pretty much just needed to grab that key to unlock that door up above. There really isn't anywhere else that you can go. And got a little weird trick coming up on Master Spellfos here. So if you overkill him, then he'll drop a key. So normally you need to hit him with 3 bombs and then he'll run away. But if you kill him using 4 bombs in a way, then he'll actually die. The mini boss music doesn't stop, then he also drops a key. It's like kind of unintended. And yeah, I think it got cancelled out now that I got to Master Spellfos 2. So here we're gonna actually just make him run away. It's not worth overkilling him. So yeah, I'm gonna actually fight all 4 points of Master Stalfos in this category. Normally in 100%, you only fight. Oh, you only fight the first one actually. I just realized. I was gonna say first and fourth, but oh, it's only Master Stalfos 1. You still do the same like overkill strat in that category. So got a super jump over that wall. Did what's called a naked super jump there. Since I didn't use an item, I just jumped towards the wall while facing away from the wall. So you can also super jump that way. So here's a hard trick. Alright, cool, I got it. You just barely jump to make it across to get that nightmare key early, because normally you're supposed to use the hook shot there to pull out the bridge. Oh, and the Helmet Sword moved to the right again. That's incredible. Because yeah, if he goes any other direction, then you gotta like chase him down and try to hit him from the back. He takes 2 normal swings to hit. All right, and Master Stalfos 4. So gonna kill him with 3 bomb arrows. And when you grab the hook shot here, I'm gonna save and quit to work out, but you have to make sure not to save and quit too early, because it takes a bit of time for the hook shot to actually be in your inventory. So if you save and quit like immediately after you pick it up, then you won't have it in your inventory, and you have to fight Master Stalfos 4 again. So you have to go back to that room and kill him again, basically. So grabbing these arrows, because again, need enough arrows for the final boss. And clipping through this pot with the hook shot while clipped into that block. So completely skipped Goma, the mini boss that was in the other room. There's like 2 Gomas there. Alright, now Slime Eel, boss number 5. Fortunately, he's pretty trivial in this category, once you're used to fighting him. Sometimes in 100% categories, so we often have like donation bid wars for because you need to get one of the tunic upgrades from the color dungeon. So we usually have a donation bid war of like red tunic versus blue tunic in that category. And if you have the red tunic, it causes the extra power also causes the enemy to have extra invincibility frames per hit. So, and he still takes 8 hits to kill. So you can't, if he spawns too close to you, you can't kill him in 2 cycles, like how I just did. Because usually you'll only get like 3 hits at best per cycle. So it turns out to be RNG, and commonly red usually wins the donation bid wars. So it can be a little difficult in that case.
Yeah, I find anytime you do a charity stream, people just want to punish the people doing the stream for some reason.
It definitely makes it more fun seeing how people can adapt, right?
And on that note, we do have a few incentives going on right now.
Oh, go ahead.
If I can.
Yeah.
We have one that is my personal favorite. It's a poll on memes, whether we should do memes or we should do memes. Spoiler alert, we shall do memes. We've got one for the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon that's coming up. And we also have one for the music in Mighty Number 9 and Mega Man Extreme 2 X or 0.
Nice.
So be sure to get those donations in.
I'm guessing Mighty Number 9, it's like between retro music or the regular music?
It is, and right now retro is winning. So if you want to hear that regular music, get those donations in now.
Both are fine choices. Like I'm definitely down to hear either one. I actually love that game soundtrack a lot. But yeah, make sure to donate, everybody, and type !donate to do that. Oh no. I was trying to do obstacle skip again. You can just kind of like jump around that rock if your position is high enough. Saves about a quarter of a second compared to just running through it. But the community loves to meme when you don't get it. They're like, run's not valid. So I'm going all the way over here and gonna save and quit on purpose because it actually does set up a trick for the 7th boss, so keep that in mind. So we're gonna do a kind of run killer trick called Rooster Skip. I'm gonna be doing kind of the safe version of it though by buffering hookshot jumps. Because there is one frame where Link can oh what? Well, there goes a lot of time. Yeah, so there's one frame when Link hookshots in the air that when it comes back to him, he can jump. So you can actually do it unbuffered, but it is a frame perfect timing. And I haven't practiced it enough in recent to actually go for it. So advancing the game one frame at a time with a save quit buffers. Uh-oh. I went over by one. Alright, I gotta step it up and not go overestimate by failing this trick too many times. The other thing that can make it difficult is Bow Wow can sometimes get in your way and block the shots. Yeah. Sorry, Cammy? You said?
All runner luck is powered by donations, so if you want to help out, you can give donations right now, and I don't...
Yeah, that's why I've been missing, because y'all haven't been donating enough. So if you think this is my fault, shame on y'all. I'm just kidding. Alright, and there, I got it. So yeah, Bow Wow, since he moves randomly, he can sometimes get in your way of the hookshot as well, and that makes it like not reactable for you to jump. Because the hookshot will just like instantly come back to you as you shoot it out when he's in your way. But yeah, doing the unbuffered strat's not like too terrible as well, because if you do miss the frame, before you fall in the pit, if you just shoot the hookshot again, you won't fall. So you can get multiple chances to do it rather than like one shot at a frame perfect input. But if you pause buffer, if you get like perfect amount of buffers, it loses like 8 seconds over doing it unbuffered. So it's not like too bad. But yeah, failing it definitely loses like, I don't know, 15 to 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how long you took per attempt. I was trying to make Bow Wow eat that cutscene, but I think I touched the key block too soon after throwing the rock. It does save like a second. You would have to like walk off screen to reload the room to have the dungeon be open, but it's faster than watching the tower turn around and all that stuff. So I did a low super jump there to get onto these pegs. And I know casually a lot of people had trouble with this dungeon particularly because of like the using the metal ball to break these pillars, but you can actually just bomb trigger each of the pillars. So it ends up being the shortest dungeon, pretty much because of that.
Gonna not lie here. I wish my childhood self had known about bomb triggers.
Right? Yeah, it works only on yeah, bomb triggers work only on the 1.0 version of the game. So you can do it in English too, or Japanese. And then I think a lot of other languages started off with 1.1. Like I know German, the oldest German version is 1.1. And I think a few others are 1.1 only. So unfortunately, bomb triggers and super jumps don't work in the later versions. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a trick called Goomba Surf. Oh, perfect luck. So yeah, you can super jump off the wall and jump off of that Goomba like Mario intended. to get to that platform up above. So it skips getting the Nightmare Key and using it, and then going up and around and hookshotting and stuff. There's another backup strat to skip getting the Nightmare Key, but it's 15 seconds slower compared to getting a first try Goomba Surf. And you need that Goomba to move to the right, and it's only a 25% chance when you enter the room that will move right. So I got really lucky that it was first try. And yeah, so when I mentioned about the save and quit inside Rooster Cave, for whatever reason, if you save and quit and never visit a screen that has a warp tile, then for some reason, when you fight that boss, then the ground is not solid below, so you can like screen wrap your hookshot and just stun lock him to kill him. If you fall off during that fight, then the bottom will become solid afterwards. So if you mess up and fall off, then you have to ideally use bombs to kill him. It's like the fastest way with 3 bombs. It's now opening the save and quit menu so Link can move there. Because if you fall into that hole, you end up like really far below and have to climb up the mountain again, and it wastes like probably over a minute. So you really want to make sure that you skip falling into that pit. And now on the way to Dungeon 8. First off, we're going to see Marin on a bridge. Which some runners do a donation incentive to save Marin or to not save Marin. I didn't put it as an incentive though. But yeah, if you jump along the bottom of the screen, you can skip over her. Because it loses like 40 seconds to talk to her. Normally you're supposed to use the hookshot to pull her across. But yeah, you end up talking to her, and then there's a lot of things that happen. You talk to her, then her dad talks to both of you, and then the owl comes and talks to you, so like it wastes a lot of time. And in English, it obviously wastes more time than in Japanese too. Or like more than 40 seconds. So I'm gonna place a bomb here through the wall. And I'm gonna be doing another trick. I know there's a lot of tricks. A flame skip. So if you clipped into the wall here, you can actually get hit by the flame and not get pushed backwards as long as you're clipped. So that skips needing the level 2 shield to block the flames. And even in 100% category, like we actually do get level 2 shield by that point, but it's just like slower to use it. So you still do that same skip even in 100%. So I bomb triggered to wake up the turtle there. And since I don't have the Ocarina or Frog Song of Soul, and when his neck is coming out, then it's actually not solid till it's fully extended. So you can just walk through his head and enter the dungeon instead of fighting him. For some reason, if you bomb trigger him too to wake him up, then yeah, he only has 1 health as well, so you can just hit him once and kill him too. Which is also pretty funny. So there I did a bookshot clip. So for whatever reason, if you have hookshot on B specifically, then if you use your feather and hookshot on the same frame, Link gets pulled to stuff faster. So there's like 2 pixels that you can stand on that Link can clip through that block when you do a bookshot specifically. Yeah, the way the game has like input priority, I think it inputs A slightly before B, even though you press both at the same time. So he jumps and then shoots the hookshot, and for whatever reason, it makes him get pulled in faster.
We've got a $5 donation, $5.69 donation from Anonymous. It says, right brain wants to end the dono in clean 0s and 5s, but left brain wants to torture McGroom. So that brings up our donation total to $530.69. Nice.
Nice. All right, thank you very much for the donation. And also, if anybody's willing, keep it coming. So yeah, way back there, I did a another trick called Lava Swim. So like, along with transitioning on screens with the Jesus jump, then if you do it on lava, if you transition screens while Jesus jumping on lava, particularly, then Link bypasses the hit detection for the lava to damage him. So he ends up swimming in it, like, because it's like a damaged surface and then water underneath. So rather than like just lava, so you can swim in the lava. And the reason I slashed my sword during the screen transition before I swam in the lava was that to make sure that my subpixels were set correctly. Because otherwise you can end up soft locking because you'll keep drowning in the water indefinitely if you don't have feather equipped. So now Jesus jumping, which also pushes me down enough to be clipped into that wall, so you can just super jump over there. And skip the text with a map buffer. Got really good RNG on Pothead spawn here. Oh dang. I hit him too early on the second last one. But the reason I did the save and quit was because when the final hit connected, I wanted to do the save and quit menu on the same frame as text was supposed to come up, and you can skip the text. And something not meant to be seen on TV. I won't say what it is. So yeah, there's a visual glitch when you swing your magic rod when picking up an instrument, and yeah, Link can either be holding it out in front of him or to the side when he grabs the instrument.
And if you don't get the reference, children, ask your parents.
And yeah, so normally I'm supposed to go back to Dungeon 2 and beat it, but I beat it the first time. Because, I don't know, I guess I was just on autopilot and like finished the dungeon instead of leaving. So, I don't have to do it since I have all the instruments. But normally we do the second visit because it's a little bit faster because of having boots and having like magic rod and all this stuff. Oh, I should actually check my arrow count because I did this like different routing. I don't know if I. Oh yeah, my count is great for ammo. All right. So gonna bomb trigger here to because again I don't have the ocarina or the Ballad of Windfish at all. So there'd be no way to wake up the Windfish egg if we didn't have bomb triggers. Oh, I actually do need to open up an app on my phone. And also, if there's any more donations, got like about half a minute.
Don't have donations right now, but I can talk about this amazing charity, RAD, Rise Above the Disorder, giving money to help eliminate the barriers of accessibility in healthcare, in mental health care, and helping with the affordability of mental health care. It can be very expensive to get care when you don't have insurance, and they're helping to remove that barrier for people.
Alright, thank you. Alright, so... Okay, first thing, so... If you ever played this game, you know that I haven't read the book with the magic lens. So, there's a default path if you never read the book, and it is left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. So, yeah, and then it changes and becomes like randomized depending on what you read in the book, if you end up reading it. So I'm gonna try to bomb trigger. Skip the text here. All right, cool. It loses like 12 seconds. Just from the text alone, it takes like 12 seconds. So I'm gonna do a quick kill because I was able to skip the music as well by holding my sword in a specific pixel there. And now I'm going to try to manipulate Aghanim to not give me blue balls in this game. Because, yeah, in A Link to the Past, there's no known manip for this guy. But I'm using an app on my phone to know where I'm supposed to stand. Because I'm supposed to either be 1 pixel away from the wall or standing right against the wall. On the 3rd and 4th cycle. So, if you hit this guy before he starts moving, you can actually stun lock him and like spam your sword to get your 16 hits to kill him. Then Ganon phase takes 12 hits with level 1 sword. And Shadowland Mola, 1 hit. And here's the final phase. Also, time will be when the screen fades to white when I reach the top of the stairs at the end. As long as I don't die. It should be fine. My health is good. My ammo count is good, so gotta not miss a lot of shots. This RNG is kind of bad. So he can take a varying amount of time to open his eye. Ideally, you want to kill him in 4 cycles. There you go. And time will be in about 5-ish seconds. And time. Not bad. Yeah, with all the those failed Rooster Skips and the wrong routing, not bad. Not bad at all.
I guarantee that's faster than any run I've ever had trying to beat this game casually.
You're probably done glitchless, I assume.
Yes, but not on purpose.
Fair. Yeah, there's a glitchless category that's been routed, but we don't have leaderboards up on SRC yet. So once it is up on SRC, then I'm gonna probably try to learn any percent glitchless and 100% glitchless. But so far, any percent glitchless, I think it's like an hour and 15 minutes. I think it's like it's slightly shorter than 100%. No wrong work, no out of bounds. By like a minute, so it's actually pretty close. Alright, so, yeah, I guess we should move along the move along to the next game, which I guess I'm running again right now. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I guess I need to set up.
We'll probably take a quick little break in between here, and we'll be coming back for the Metroid Zero mission, which that'll be a really fun run as well.
Yep.
So be sure to stick around for that.